two lists out. What does it mean for the Congress party and the Bharatiya Janata Party as well? Like many accusing the Congress of possibly picking coterie over caliber, and where the BJP is concerned, not one minority or a Muslim face. That would mean both houses, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, will not have a single Muslim face where the BJP is concerned. I want to cut across to our panelists this evening. Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, joins us. So does Rajdeep Sardesai, our consulting editor. He's in the studio with me. Rahul Srivastav, national affairs editor, is also with us. Rajdeep, if you have to compare between the Congress and the BJP in the choices that they have made for their candidates for the Rajya Sabha, what would you say?
In simple words, one party has worked as a political party. The other party has worked as a loyalist party. That's the big difference. One party has been very, very political in its choices, used social engineering where possible, strong Dalit OBC representation in the BJP's list. If you look at the Congress's list by contrast, it's run more like a private doling out of benefits to those who are seen as quote-unquote firm Gandhi family loyalists. And even within the family, I see a triumvirate emerging. Some seen close to Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, like Imran Pratap Gadi or indeed Pramod Tiwari. Some seen as close to Rahul Gandhi, like a Randeep Surjewala or an Ajay Maken, and some seen as part of the old guard that Sonia Gandhi would like to keep still with her, the likes of P. Chidambaram and Jairam Ramesh. So you've got, in a way, a division within the family, but most of the choices could be said to be decided by the family. On the other hand, the BJP has looked for leaders this time, particularly in states like Uttar Pradesh, where they recognize that the OBC Dalit factor has played an important role in its rise. It's not as if, all BJP leaders are homegrown, rooted leaders. So Nirmala Sitharaman, finance minister, will get a ticket from Karnataka. But by and large, the BJP's list seems to be much more politically sharper. Yes, one advantage the BJP has is that the BJP has a lot of supply, lots of seats, and therefore it can pick and choose. The Congress, on the other hand, had limited supply of seats and therefore had to choose.
But Rajdeep, before I go to Rahul Srivastav, I want to ask you, politically smarter, yes, but politically correct, because there's not a single minority face. That would mean both Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha for the BJP will not have a Muslim face.
That's a bit surprising, and there will be certainly a question mark over that. We'll have to see how the BJP accommodates the likes of Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, if at all. Interestingly, the BJP is also, we are now told, going to be backing an independent candidate, Subhash Chandra Goel of Z in Rajasthan. Questions will be raised in that context. Why are you choosing to back an outsider when you attack the Congress for importing outside? Look, the Congress's problem, and this is my final point, Chhattisgarh, two seats, both outsiders, Rajiv Shukla and Ranjita Ranjan in Chhattisgarh. 3 seats in Rajasthan, going to the polls next year like Chhattisgarh, all 3 outsiders. When outsiders or so-called outsiders are preferred, not that the Rajya Sabha has any bar against outsiders, but what's the message you are sending to your cadres just before a major election? That's why I said, I don't think that the Congress has looked at this list politically as they promised to do during the Udaipur Chintan Shivir. The BJP is looking at every election from a political lens.